What's up, people? How we doing today? Yeah, it's been a little while. I got to get into it. Um, I'm running my own business right now, so things are very busy. So all those who listen to things I have to say, we just gonna jump right back into it like it ain't never stopped. See, the thing that we have going on right now is the presidential election is coming up in November of this year, and we have a immigration problem that's at our border, and it seems that there's a effort to allow these people to come and flood our neighborhoods. We don't know who these people are. We don't know where they come from. Do you think they're vetting all these people they're just letting in? They're letting in and just releasing them right into your neighborhoods. And you're wondering why you're hearing all these problems that we see now in these cities. All this crime and stuff that's going on. And the media is trying to play soft foot on it because, listen, if this type of stuff was black people who was doing this type of stuff, the media would be hardcore. They wouldn't be talking the way they're talking. They still calling these people migrants. They're illegal immigrants. They're illegal immigrants. They ain't migrated from nowhere. They fled and immigrated all the way up here to our border, and now they're in here committing crimes and pretty much giving us the middle finger. Why you have to pay, your tax dollars have to pay for them to get board, food, health care. Listen, I'm a business owner, has to pay for his own health care. Do you know how much health care costs? You got these people coming here using my tax dollars and giving them free health care. Just imagine that. It's unbelievable. We're going to go through this video. I'm going to just give you a picture of things that's going on and what they're doing. It's unbelievable. And the Democrats want you to come vote blue no matter who. Why they flood these people into your neighborhoods, give you nothing. You get nothing but higher taxes and more bills. But they want you to vote for them. Well, you gotta have to go get these people that you're giving resources to vote for you. Oh right, they can't vote for you. And to be honest with you, Democrats, I don't know if they think they're bringing in people so they can replace black people as their main voter base. But when these immigrants come in here, the proof shows us that once they get in, and get a little bit, they start voting Republican. That's what they start doing. So this whole thing is going to backfire on the Democrats anyways. But we're not voting blue no matter who now. A lot of black people are waking up like, we've never got nothing for this vote for Democrats. Nothing. We get nothing. Everybody else gets something. You get Asian hate crime bills. You get money for the Asians, for the LGBT, for Ukraine, for everybody, immigrants, everybody. Black people, you get nothing. Absolutely nothing. But when voting come around, we come looking for your vote. Let's just see the type of stuff that's going on. And we'll get into this.
In December, the NYPD was alerted the brutal Venezuelan gang called Tren de Aragua had made it across the border into New York. Their savage, bloody crimes are similar to the MS-13.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? They're in your neighborhood. This is what they're putting in your neighborhood. This is what Joe Biden is. These are Joe Biden immigrants. Illegal immigrants. This is Joe Biden illegal immigrants in your neighborhoods now. Like I tell people, I'm not Republican or Democrat. You can call me an independent. You can call me whatever you want. But I can't stand neither one of them. Do you understand? But one thing is for sure, Donald Trump is not going to let this happen. He stopped and hold them and say, you stay in Mexico. You're going to have to come. He wouldn't allow all this into your neighborhood. So you got to vote for your interests if you are going to vote. If none of them are your interest, it's not a crime to vote for the couch. Why should I go out there and vote for any of you? It's not going to benefit me either way. So why don't I just sit on the couch? Continue.
Teen gang.
Gun in their head. Gun put to their head. That's how brazen they were.
Armed robberies and vicious beatings by a violent gang going after their cash and their credit cards. They also allegedly had broad daylight shootings with rival gangs.
First of all, the NYPD says the criminal network is so far
Look at what they bring into our city.
Venezuelan migrants, and the crimes that they are committing here in the city can not only physically hurt you, but they can also wipe you out financially. There's new concerns about a wider...
I just want to say that music is very fitting for what we're doing here. You see that? That's what's happening to your neighborhoods. You hear that music, it's like, oh my God. Let's continue.
Criminal network involving migrants.
All right, police are linking them to a string of moped robberies here in the city, and they say they're being recruited by kingpins.
Closer look at how this operation allegedly works.
What are we looking at?
NYPD Inspector Nicholas Fiore and the Crimes Against Persons Unit have their hands full with a surge in crimes they say are being committed by a crew of Venezuelan migrants.
The Federal Reserve Bank of New York just issued a digital dollar, effectively replacing paper money with nothing.
They say are being committed by a crew of Venezuelan migrants. How big of a problem is this right now in the city?
Could you imagine if you had a crew of black people running around in gangs doing all of that? Matter of fact, you can imagine that. And what did they do for them? They put out, you'll see tanks like you're in a war zone coming through the cities to get these niggas. Where are the tanks to get these folks doing all of this? Where is the full-fledged of the law? What? We saw a police officer getting his ass whooped. Both of them getting their ass whooped by migrants. What happened to the stun guns and the guns and the bullets that you let fly when it come to black people who ain't got nothing, they ain't doing nothing? What happened to all of that? Why these illegal immigrants kick your ass in the middle of the street? Let's continue.
This is tremendous.
We have seen the chilling videos. One, sometimes two suspects on a moped jumping the sidewalk, yanking cell phones and jewelry from victims. A 62-year-old woman in Brooklyn was recently dragged down the sidewalk. Inspector Fiore says these types of crime patterns have nearly tripled since the migrant surge into the city.
From April of 2023 to January.
Yo, these type of crimes, he just said these type of crimes has tripled since Joe Biden illegal migrants has entered your cities. Your crime will triple with Joe Biden's illegal immigrants entering your cities. Not only that, they will set these people up, give them all your money, and you don't get nothing. You struggling to make everything meet. You struggling to pay for health care and all of that shit. They giving it to them. These people set up and they're evicting American citizens. American citizens. I know people who got older parents that used to live in certain rent controlled places. And they're being evicted out of those places. And I bet you that if you do the research, they're moving those illegal migrants into those places that they're evicting these people out of. I'm trying to tell you, it's happening all over our cities. This is amazing, and vote blue no matter who. Like, we already had 4 years of Donald Trump. I can't stand neither one of them, but we have 4 years of Donald Trump. At the very least, under Donald Trump, illegal immigrants is not going to be coming in taking over your kid's school and your kids' parks and stuff. That's not happening under Donald Trump. At the very least, your resources, you get very little resources. At the very least, under him, they're not getting given off to someone else. while you struggle. That's Joe Biden and the Democrats. There he goes. Continue.
In 2024, it was 160 patterns versus the time period the year prior when they were not in this country, it was 62 patterns.
Cell phones are a hot commodity that could wipe you out financially.
There was a tech guy in the Bronx that was able to hack into the phone in less than 3 minutes and empty your bank accounts. That money got sent to separate places from Miami to Texas.
He says the phones are then shipped.
Ship where?
To Colombia and Venezuela.
You could then take that phone.
Yo, they got a whole operation. Black people, you can't do nothing without them getting on your bones. They got a whole operation right in front of these people's face. You think somebody doesn't know something about all this stuff that's going on? They'll track your black ass wherever you go. You think they don't know what these people are doing? Jesus. Wow. Let's go.
And sell it for $1,000, $1,500.
Fiore calls it a sophisticated operation that is orchestrated from outside the U.S., and the criminal network is expanding.
There are orders coming from Colombia and Venezuela to Miami and then to New York.
Kingpins here are contacting migrants in the city on WhatsApp.
Those go to shelters all over New York City. If you're stealing the phones, it could be $300 to $600 per cell phone.
So, check this out, y'all. These are illegal people. Where is the mass deportation of these people committing these crimes? They'll throw your black ass, even your white ass, under the motherfucking jail for some of these crimes that they doing. Well, you know, white people, persuasion, y'all get by. But they are letting these people out, committing crimes, then they go commit another crime. The dude that was shooting and shot a tourist in Times Square, he had got caught before doing something else. He should have been deported then. You're an illegal immigrant onto our shit, sucking our, as you go commit crimes, you go back into a hotel that we paying for, eat food that we paying for, get health care that I'm paying for, as you go and rob my grandmother or my auntie on the streets. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. Let's continue.
Remember, the NYPD was alerted the brutal Venezuelan gang called Trende Aragua had made it across the border into New York. Their savage, bloody crimes are similar to the MS-13 gang.
We were working with intelligence that there was an MS-13-like
this is in your neighborhoods.
That was coming to America and committing these crimes.
This is what they putting in your neighborhoods around your kids. Your kids got to go to school. Got to walk. Oh my goodness. Let's go.
Not one of our perpetrators had admitted to being in a gang or a crew or MS-13 or Trende Aragua, but it's not out of the picture.
Meanwhile, we've shown you this shocking video of a migrant moped gang dragging a woman down a New York City street. She crashes into a bike stand right there. She's lucky every bone in her body wasn't broken. They were trying to steal her purse, and inside it her phone. And now we're learning these gangs on mopeds of migrants allegedly have hired hackers to access victims' bank accounts.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay them back?
Migrants allegedly have hired hackers to access victims' bank accounts. The New York City Police Department saying, quote, they're getting into their Venmo, they're getting into their Zelle accounts, and they're using that money to make purchases. They will essentially clear out the accounts. Here with more is the president of New York City's Detective Endowment Association, Paul DiGiacomo. Paul, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a new wrinkle with the migrants. Some of them are actually forming little mobs. It's organized crime.
Absolutely. This is the organized crime. It's just like the mafia, but it's not a non-traditional organized crime group. And it's a continuing criminal enterprise.